Morning, Sally. Good to see you again. How are you?
Good morning, Harry. Yes, I'm very happy it's raining here, and it's been extremely humid in this last week. Has it been humid up there?
Yeah, for Canberra, it's humid. Yeah, I've got some. Yeah.
I felt like I was in Bali for a week. It was kind of good, but it is exhausting.
Yeah, well, I got the palm trees there.
Yeah, just need the cocktail on the beach.
So bamboo, yeah. So today we're talking about social contact.
Mm-hmm.
It's really important. There's a lot of research that shows that it supports health, well-being,
Mm-hmm.
physical health, mental health, a whole lot of stuff. And there's some interesting research in the Journal of Health and Social Behaviour by Umberson and Martes, and they showed that the strength of your social ties reduce cardiovascular disease, they reduce heart attacks, they reduce autoimmune disorders, they lower your blood pressure,
Mm-hmm.
they reduce your risk of cancer, and they improve wound healing time. So lots of stuff
Mm.
in your body works better just when you connect with people, when you interact
Yep.
face to face. Face to face, it's got to be.
Well, and that was what we were talking about, sort of, to come up with this topic, the difference between face to face, which can be online or in person. No, not online. No.
No, I've got a great metaphor for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Go on.
Meeting online is like watching a film with your eyes shut. You only get part of the picture.
Oh, I love that. See, I can only see your head and shoulders, you know. Hopefully you press the rest of the way, but
But you
yeah,
don't get all the body language.
it's
You can't sense
yep,
how I am.
yep,
And I can tell you that, this is a Professor Jablonski. He's an ENT surgeon from Norway, global reputation. And he said building quality relationships is far easier face to face.
yep.
Online relationships are often shallow and time consuming and misleading. And you and I both know you've got some experience. You know
I,
what I mean?
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, exactly about shallowness. Online dating. I tried it.
So you can be misled. Someone can present as somebody they're not online, but face to face, you can see through it.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what we were banging on about like networking, for example, being there, feeling the people, feeling the energy, making that eye-to-eye contact, and watching the body language, seeing the verbal cues. Nothing beats that in front of a person and getting to feel the whole essence of the person. Um, you know, one-on-one for me online is better than like working with you because of location wise is fantastic, but nothing beats when I come up to Canberra and see you in person and we go out and have a chat. The quality of that interaction is way up here. Like, we talk about stuff, but like if you give me a hug and it just it's just that extra step, isn't it? That extra depth.
That's right. And in a hug, you get so much information about somebody.
Absolutely. Touch, right? Touch is really
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
A pat on the back or something, or a handshake, whatever it is. You can
Some people, I go up and hug them and I think, oh, God, I shouldn't have done that.
creepy old guy.
No, not that. They're just stiff, They find
I
they lock up.
Yeah,
Yeah. But others, you think, oh, that was wonderful.
yeah,
Great.
yeah. And that's right. And you can tell a lot about a person, even just with a handshake, with the wet fish or the strength or all that sort of stuff. That's super important too.
I had a client the other day. I've got strong hands, big
Yeah.
hands, but gave me a bone shaker. Hurt for a
Really?
couple of days.
Like,
Mm,
really strong.
mm.
And was the hand
I-
on top, that power thing?
oh, probably yes. But and then he did came back then a couple of days later and dropped his kid off, and I did it harder and protected myself. I just thought that's interesting, a bit unnecessary,
Yeah, yeah.
odd thing to do. So I didn't understand it, but it's there to be understood. Maybe in the fullness of time, if we do more work together.
I think
I wouldn't
social.
have got that online. I wouldn't have got that online.
No, no, not at all. I find the online world it's fantastic for communication and connection with people that are living geographically, not close to me, overseas, friends that have moved there, for keeping in contact. That it's really great. But as you say, it doesn't have that depth of the relationship. And online's great for gathering information, and where you can feel safe. You can feel, if you're quite shy or anxious, you can sort of stay veiled or hidden, whereas you can go out searching for information, and even just sending messages, texts, or WhatsApp groups or whatever. You can be part of a community, but it's when you're physically in that community, the relationships and the quality is a lot deeper, isn't it?
Yeah, and interestingly, I mean, we both did masters, the wellness leadership course, and the core of that, although it's to build an online business, was face-to-face.
Yeah.
The bits we all love.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? So, we've
Come
both.
to paradox. Yeah.
It is a paradox, because that was our takeout of that. We met the most amazing people, and it was the network of people that we physically met face to face that's really we took away was irreplaceable. It was, you couldn't put a dollar value on what the connections that we built, yet we all joined in there to develop online programs. So
Yeah. And I think, the other thing about online stuff is it can be very time consuming, and then you think you've built a good relationship, but you may not have done.
No. And
Whereas
that,
you know face to face whether you have or not.
yes, there can be a lot of more misunderstandings with online things, particularly with communication via emails or whatever. Everything is, there can be another meaning to it, or can be read in various ways. So I had written that down as, miscommunication is one of the sort of negatives, if you like, around online communication versus in-person communication. And as I said before, that eye contact and body language is super important. And I think we're pretty much the same. We feel people's energy. So, like when you walk into a room and people are really down, and, they're Debbie Downers, and you feel that energy, and often it can drain you as well, which you can't often feel that online. That you can't feel that vibration, the general sense.
Right. And you can sense whether somebody's trustworthy, or a nice person, or somebody that you want to do work with face to face. Much harder online, even on video. Very hard.
And being face to face can also be a little bit more challenging. It makes you a bit more exposed, vulnerable, if you like, being yourself.
I love it.
I know you love it, and that's why you love your breakfast at networking breakfast every week. It's fantastic, getting out there, getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Something new.
That's right. You got to be happy to be yourself. You got to love yourself before you can connect.
Yeah.
Really.
Have that confidence within yourself as well. Yeah.
And families are built. Families, in this society, are still the foundation for resilience. That's where you really build resilience. And all of that stuff is done face to face.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I know it's kind of related, but with the family thing, how you're always saying about having family time, having dinner time together, being able to talk and communicate. And, you might be a family under the roof, but like with my kids, they come in and they're in their rooms doing homework or whatever. And it's like pulling teeth to get them to come together. And we're all in the one spot, and we have that space. And as I've told you a number of times, my time with the kids is in the car, because they're captured audience. And so that's where we do our greatest connecting and communicating. Just, it's life.
Roll on central locking.
Yeah, they try to drop and roll at the traffic lights, but no, you can't get out. Sorry, we're talking about this today, baby.
So my model is captivate kindred souls.
Yeah.
Connect regularly.
Yep.
And create your tribe. And if you do that, you build good bonds, you'll create trust, you'll generate joy, and you'll support your well-being.
You've done well with your model today. I love that. Create your tribe. What was the connect one?
Connect regularly.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
like we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, regular stuff and captivate. Yeah, I like that. But
I
creating
had I had Connect to start with, but I thought I could do a bit better than that.
well, I had that on my model. Where is my model?
Mm.
Oh, but mine was because I was sort of I was looking at the pros and cons of face to face, even online, versus being hidden, where you can be at home, you can trawl through Facebook, you can look at Instagram, you can do your emails or websites, whatever, and get to know from a safe haven where nobody knows who you are or what you're doing or whatever, unless you press like or something like that. But still, you're just in the mix. And I was just looking at the various levels of communication that you'd be having, connection and closeness that you have. So then overall it looks at the quality of relationships, of life, of just quality all up in your life. So because there's pros and cons for both, but overall, in my opinion, one-on-one in front of a person or in front of people, you can't beat.
Yeah, I saw Maggie ran a poll a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
How do you like to meet people, and all the choices?
Oh yeah.
Face to face one.
Oh really? From the poll? Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And you remember people, right? You remember things about people.
Yes, that's
You
right.
remember your bow tie, I remembered you from Byron Bay a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't wearing bow ties then.
No, but I remembered you.
Interesting. Well, on another topic completely, I've got my Rode.
Yes.
The Rode microphone. They've brought out a mini USB microphone. So it's about half the price.
For lapels or as a mic? Like
USB. So
a USB mic.
So this is a USB mic.
Oh yeah, so is mine. I've got the
That's right.
Yeti. Hello.
Yeah. They've now brought out a mini one, which would be really good for this sort of work.
Yeah, because these are so big.
And you can connect it to a phone with the right adapters.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's what I was just about to ask, because I do have an adapter to go on the bottom of my phone, which I put the Rode into, but it's very big and clunky for recording. Yeah.
You can get really, well, we can talk about this another time, but there are a whole lot of direct plug microphones for the iPhone.
Yeah, cool.
If you want to go and interview people, when you're dropping off the kids at school and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you think of your mother? Ooh. But when I was looking through all the research and stuff, it says no matter what, as long as the connection and the communication leaves you happy, supported, and satisfied, they were the overall takeouts. And particularly, there were pros and cons on all sides. I mean, social media and the social everything for kids and teenagers, it's losing a lot of that person-to-person interaction. It's just the way it is for the youngies.
That's right. And in relation to that, there's been a whole lot of stuff written about kids on social media who are incredibly well connected online, but are isolated face to face.
Yep.
They get depressed, suicide rates high.
Yep.
Social isolation is one of the biggest risks for mental illness and depression and suicide.
Absolutely.
And you can have that even when you're well connected online, but not, the face-to-face stuff, so much better protection against that.
Well, that's becoming one of the. We discussed this the other week. It's becoming a major issue now. The isolation, particularly I think was the age group 16 to 25. It was. Yeah. It is frightening. A lot of the online stuff, as I said, there's lots of positives, and you can have social interaction with the chat rooms and things like that. Information sharing, support groups, for example, like how do you? I often Google up how to do things with my phone, and you get into these chat rooms where they chat and give fine answers, which is really helpful.
slippery slope, some of those chat rooms.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, let's not go down that one. Yeah.
So, Sally, do you like roses?
I love roses.
You can't smell them online.
That's correct. It's like shopping, right? I'm not an online shopper. My kids are, because I want to feel the fabric. I want to try it on. You know, what looks good online 90% of the time looks crap on me. So, buying shoes, they all vary. I'm old school. I have to touch and feel and see and try on. And so
interesting. Yeah, I do a lot of shopping online. I even buy shoes online.
Mm.
And look, if they don't fit, you send them back if it's a good retailer.
See, for me, that would be a pain in the butt, which is what happened at Christmas. I accidentally bought 2 tops for one of my kids instead of 1, which they wanted, because it was late at night and I didn't think I'd ordered it. Anyway, I got 2, and then it was in my to-do list, and then I said to one of them, I said, "Oh, can I send this back?" And he goes, "No, it's over 30 days. Well, damn it. Waste of money.
Yeah, I found you can get Portuguese shoes in one of the shoe chains here.
Right.
Mm.
Is that your favourite type?
They make beautiful shoes.
Yeah.
Much better than the
very
Chinese.
nice shoes, though.
Mm.
You have very nice shoes. You have shown me a couple.
Yeah, European shoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't sell them in the major department stores. I can tell you that.
Oh, no, I think that's all part of that's awesome about the online stuff, and yeah. But you're right about the roses. I mean, how many Valentine's Day was last week, and how many people received roses online as a card or a picture or whatever, as opposed to the physical bunch. And being
I forgot.
Oh, Harry. Well, it is a Hallmark day, but it's just a day of just.
It is a Hallmark day. That sums it up.
Yeah. But
I've got some steps.
Oh, yeah, cool. Bring it on.
My first step is prioritize face-to-face for private and professional connections. And then seek out a community that makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third point is use technology to support your social interactions, not to make them.
Oh, love that. Let me highlight that one. To support. What was the other word? Not highlight. Did you say not?
Use technology to support your social interactions. Yeah.
Yeah, love that. And I think after all, how long have we been doing this sort of stuff? 2 or 3 years. And that was our outtake, is that technology is there to support your awareness of who you are. So having a website presence or whatever, or doing some Facebook Lives, but it's just supporting or providing more information about you, but the real essence of you is in a workshop or one-on-one session with you and whatever. So, who's this Harry guy? So it helps to get to know you, like you, trust you, but the real meat is meeting you in person. Because once you meet you melt anyway, Harry. So all your fears are disturbed.
Yeah, if we're a good match, yes.
Swipe right or swipe left.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all that I've done. I think so. Yeah.
No, I think absolutely your steps is that prioritize for private and professional, seek out a community and use technology to support your social interactions. I think that sums it up in a nutshell. Very good job. You get 10 out of 10 today, Harry.
Yeah, I'm on a roll.
You are on a roll. You look very smart in that blue. Is that one of the new additions?
Might be, yes. I'm not sure. Yeah. I've discovered most of my bow ties are a bit big. They actually look better a bit smaller. But that's one thing online. You can't judge the size. They don't show the size. There we go.
Well, there you go. Well, I've really thoroughly enjoyed this topic because it really made me have a look at, the pros and cons. And there are lots for both, but at the end of the day, you can't beat that in person.
No. Yeah,
for all those reasons, all those essential reasons, all the different pieces. I meant, yeah. And that as well. You can't kiss online.
You can't hug online.
No, and over telephone just doesn't do it. Mwah. No, you need it. Oh. Skin to skin. Yeah, can't beat that. Well, on that note, darling, I'll see you next week.
No, you won't actually. See, week after.
Week after. Oh, that's right. You're on a road trip.
No, we've got visitors.
Yeah. All right. Week after that. Look forward to that. All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.